This is one of the craziest things that you're gonna hear, especially when it comes to your health. The order in which you eat your food, it matters a lot. I think we all instinctively know that what we eat is a big deal, like healthy whole foods are better than fast food, but actually when and how we eat matters almost as much. And man, this is a liberating idea because when you're gonna cheat a little bit and maybe eat some fast food or junk food, then there's actually a smart way to do it. And this is a totally liberating idea because when you're gonna cheat a little bit and you're gonna eat some fast food or junk food, there's actually a smart way to do it. Let me explain. So there's this French biochemist I've mentioned. I love her stuff, Jessie Inchauspé. She's written a couple of books that are bestsellers, and she has this hack that's backed by science. So her research shows that if you eat your carbs last in a meal, your blood sugar spike is gonna be significantly reduced. So you wanna eat your veggies, you wanna eat your proteins, your fats first, and then save the starches and the sugars for last. And why do you want to avoid blood sugar spikes? Like, is this something only diabetics have to worry about? No, we all need to worry about this because they destroy energy levels, it wrecks our metabolism, and it just worsens our long-term health. It actually promotes fat storage. When you eat a high-carb meal, especially one filled with refined sugars or like processed foods, your blood sugar is gonna rise rapidly. And this is gonna trigger a surge of insulin, so the hormone responsible for like shuttling the glucose in our body out of our bloodstream and into our cells, basically to use your energy. And at first, this might actually feel like a boost, but that energy is not gonna last. High insulin levels are gonna cause this rapid drop in blood sugar. It's gonna lead to a crash. It's fatigue, brain fog, cravings, and we're gonna be hungry maybe an hour or two after we just ate. And it triggers this cycle that's just gonna keep repeating itself throughout the day. It's gonna leave us constantly searching for more food just to keep our energy levels up. And at a metabolic level, this blood sugar spikes are gonna drive fat storage. So think of it like this, when insulin level is high, our body is gonna prioritize storing excess glucose as fat rather than using it for fuel. And over time, this is gonna lead to insulin resistance. This is when our cells become just less responsive to these insulin signals. This is one of the key drivers of weight gain. And if we look beyond metabolism, these blood sugar spikes are gonna impact inflammation and aging. When we have chronically high glucose levels, it's gonna damage the blood vessels. It's going to accelerate skin aging through a process called glycation. It's gonna increase the risk of diseases like heart disease, Alzheimer's, and even cancer. But when we keep our blood sugar steady through just better food choices, by eating in the proper order and timing our food intake, you're gonna get stable energy, better fat burning, fewer cravings, and improved long-term health. It's one of the simplest but most powerful ways to optimize how we feel every day. Almost all dietitians and nutritionists are not big fans of restrictive diets, and neither are we here at Freedomology. We believe diets just don't work long-term. We're about dietary approaches. I want you to change your relationship with food for the rest of your life. So here's actually a couple other ideas to reduce your blood sugar spikes when you're gonna eat carb-heavy meals. And I've been using a continuous blood glucose monitor the past few years to actually prove all of this science. So both vinegar, especially apple cider vinegar, and berberine help control blood sugar by slowing down that carbohydrate digestion. So that intake, that process of using carbs for energy. It's gonna improve your insulin sensitivity, and it's just gonna be powerful tools before you eat a carb-heavy meal. So the acetic acid in vinegar, it's gonna work a few key ways. So number one, it slows down digestion. So it's gonna reduce how quickly food leaves our stomach. It means that glucose is gonna enter the bloodstream more gradually instead of causing this huge spike. Number two, it's gonna lower blood sugar spikes. So studies show taking 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar before a meal can actually reduce post-blood meal sugar spikes by up to 45%. It's gonna improve insulin sensitivity. So vinegar is gonna make your cells more receptive to insulin, like help them use your energy. It's gonna mean your body needs less insulin to process the same amount of glucose. And here's an easy way to do it. Just take 1 to 2 tablespoons, I take 2, of vinegar in a glass of water before a carb-heavy meal. This is gonna help dramatically. And then let's talk about berberine. This is one of my favorite supplements. I actually take it every single day. So berberine's a plant compound that's gonna act like metformin, which is a diabetes drug. So it's gonna do a few things. So it's gonna activate AMPK. So this is like our body's metabolic master switch. So this is gonna increase the glucose uptake into the muscles, meaning less glucose floating around in the bloodstream. It's gonna reduce sugar production in the liver. So this is gonna prevent excess glucose from being dumped into the bloodstream. It's gonna improve insulin sensitivity. So our cells are gonna become just more efficient at actually using the insulin, meaning it's gonna lower that post-meal blood sugar. So if you take 500 milligrams of berberine around 15 to 20 minutes before a carb-heavy meal, that's gonna be just what the doctor ordered. And timing doesn't just stop there. I think we've all heard that myth that we should stop eating 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, right? Well, that's actually not a myth, it's true. So our body actually slows down at night as part of this natural circadian rhythm. And the slowdown is essential. It's gonna shift our body from like all these energy consuming processes like digesting food and physical activity to more restorative processes, such as like repairing our muscles and even like memory consolidation. So eating right before bed is gonna interfere with this cycle. And because our metabolism is slower, it's actually turning way down, the calories that we consume are much more likely to be stored as fat rather than burned for energy. To me, these little life hacks have made all the difference. And I think the important thing for you right now is to take 1 or 2 of these ideas and start testing it in your life, like right now. And then tomorrow, I have one of the biggest hacks of all time. We call it carb fasting, and it's gonna help you lose fat plus weight and gain muscle all at the same time.